Okay, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Oregon Board of Education special virtual meeting of June 29th. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag and a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. Let's have the roll call, Mrs. Firth.
All right, Mr. Shea,
Present.
Mr. Magditch,
Present.
Mrs. Miller,
Here.
Mrs. Molnar,
Here.
and Mr. Zavisky.
Here.
Okay, please turn off all personal devices. And we need a motion to adopt the agenda as written. May I have such a motion, please?
So moved.
Second,
Second.
discussion. Mrs. Fruth, you had something to change?
Yeah, there's one change. It came to me from Carol. There was, if you flip the page to B under classified staff, item E and F, the flexible summer school bus routes, there was a mistake made. They're sub bus drivers, but they have another full-time job, and under our contract, they should be paid at the first step of the route of the job they're taking. So the rate amount per hour will be $21.80 for E and F, $21.80. So that was a mistake, and it wasn't found in time to get it back out to you.
Okay, any further discussion? Roll call?
Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Magditch,
Yes.
Mr. Shea. Oh, Mr. Shea, I'm sorry, I missed your thumbs up. Mr. Zavisky
Yes.
and Mrs. Molnar.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
I think we had a problem there with Mike.
Yeah, he was frozen, I think.
He's frozen there. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Mike.
Okay, so we then will move to the treasurer's
Yes.
report.
Excellent. Okay, these are just bookkeeping items. I sent them out to you. It's a, the only thing I really wanted to, felt I needed to discuss is I did adjust the 5-year forecast. The only adjustment at all was due to the ESSER grants that weren't getting funded yet, but we've appropriated some of the monies. So I increased the advances out there, the advances to over, I believe it was 610,000. It was increased to $1,002,000. And then in the next year, in fiscal year 22, you'll see a repayment of advances, or, sending them back to the general fund of $1,002,000. It's an in and an out, doesn't change the bottom line. It's just needs to be changed in order to close the books properly. So that is the only adjustment. The rest of the items are just the normal year-end bookkeeping items. The advances, please remember on the list of transfers and advances, anything that's an advance in the July board meeting will be sent right back to the general fund. It's just to, usually it's because there's some outstanding purchase orders and I can't get the money from the state until I know the money will be spent within 3 days. And it's easier just to advance because I never know when the bills are going to come in, et cetera. So unless there are questions, it's just pure bookkeeping to close the month year end.
Okay, I need a motion to accept the treasurer's report, please.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
discussion, questions? Jane, did you hear a question?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear it. Did you have a question, Mike? I heard you say something, but.
Okay, apparently. Let's have the roll call.
Okay, Mr. Magditch,
Yes.
Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Zavisky,
Yes.
Mr. Shea, and Mrs. Molnar.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, moving on to item number 6, the certificated staff. We need a motion to approve the following resignations. That's Kristen Paget, a Title I teacher at Jerusalem, and the same person who's our majorette and drum major advisor. We need a motion to approve her resignation. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second,
Second.
discussion? Roll call?
Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Magich,
Yes.
Mr. Zavisky,
Yes.
Mr. Shea.
He put his hand up.
Yeah, I saw, and Mrs. Molnar.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, item 2, we have 15 employees. We need to, for their extended time for the 21-22 school year. May I have a motion for the extended time, please?
So moved.
A second,
Second.
discussion? Roll call?
Mr. Magich,
Yes.
Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Zavisky,
Yes.
Mr. Shea, and Mrs. Molnar.
Yes, his thumbs up this time.
I saw that. I saw.
Okay. Moving to the classified staff, item B, we need a motion to employ the following individuals. There are 8 summer school bus drivers. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
A second,
Second.
discussion? Roll call?
Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Magich,
Yes.
Mr. Shea. Okay, Mr. Zavisky
Yes.
and Mrs. Molnar.
Yes. Item 2 under B is a motion to employ the following substitutes for the 2021 and 21-22 school years. Maintenance, Brendan Bosch and Mariah Morris. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second,
Second.
discussion? Roll call?
Mr. Magich,
Yes.
Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Zavisky,
Yes.
Mr. Shea,
Hands up.
and Mrs. Molnar.
Yes. Moving on to number 7, we have a board announcement, and I will turn that over to Mrs. Miller.
Thank you, Mrs. Molnar. I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you so much for the last 8 years serving the Oregon community on the school board. It's been a privilege, and I am going to submit my resignation effective June 30th, which is tomorrow. My family and I are relocating back to Florida, and so this will be my last meeting, but it's been a privilege, and I want to thank all of you for the opportunity to serve with you. Thank you, Hal, for a great opportunity. It's been a privilege, like I said, and Mrs. Molnar and the rest of the board. I wish all of you the very best, and just wanted to say thank you to everyone in the community and to the rest of the board and the staff, everyone that works for our district. We've got a great district, and I know you guys are in good hands. So I just want to say thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Miller, for your years of service. Appreciate it very much, and we wish you best of luck in Florida.
Thank you.
Heather, and I just want to say thank you that I've gotten to know you for all the support, you know, all the work you've done for our district, and frankly, for being a friend of mine for the last 8 years. And you know, I want to stay in touch. Obviously, I've gotten to know you and your family a little bit over these years, and we appreciate what you did on behalf of the board, and calm and cool and collected. So I know it's a lot of change. You know, I just hope that you're happy and that you get everything that you want. So we wish you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Okay. Do we have any need for an executive session, anyone? Okay, we'll pass that by and move to closing. Our next regular board meeting is July 20th. We are going to need a work session. Suggested dates are July 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th. How does that fit anyone's calendar?
I'm sorry, what days of the week are those?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 12, 13, 14, 15. That's the week after it's after the week after next. Because we have
Okay,
the July 4th weekend and that's,
okay. I would prefer Monday or Wednesday, but I can make any of them work.
okay. It would take about, as I understand it from Mr. Gregory, because he's breaking up too, about 3 hours.
Okay. So like I said, I can make any of them work, but I prefer Monday or Wednesday.
Okay, Mr. Shea is breaking up too. Mr. Zavisky, what do you have?
I don't have my calendar available in front of me to look at right now. I have to get back with you tomorrow.
Okay, maybe we'll just let it go till tomorrow and then I'll email and see what everybody can do.
So it
Okay.
sounds like Monday or Wednesday work best for Paul. So Jeff, if you could check maybe one Monday and Wednesday first and see if that works. And really anytime I'm good. I mean, we can start as early as 5 or 5:30, depending on what works, or 6, whatever works for the group. Obviously.
Yeah, I'm usually home by 4:30, so not a big deal
Okay.
for me.
Okay.
The only thing I ask, Cal, 3 hours seems like a long time. You and I went over that about a month and a half ago in a quick 20 minutes and, pretty much had the gist. Is that something you can email out to everyone so they can look at it ahead of time? The one page we looked at, and
we can certainly get that out, but I want to go a little bit deeper than maybe what you and I did, Jeff. And I also want to start talking a little bit about pre-strategic planning with some of the changes that are happening right now within the board, and certainly with the ESSER funds. There's some big dollars, and we need to be on the same page about this. If it doesn't go 3 hours, that's fine. But I just think we need to have some good conversation in an environment that we can brainstorm and make sure everybody's on the same page. Did you hear that?
Yeah, we
Okay.
can hear you. Do we want to plan on doing it in the boardroom, or do we want to get like the St. Charles room at St. Charles like we did, kind of go off-site to make it?
Anywhere is fine with me. Whatever works. I'm good with off campus or on campus.
Yeah.
Either way.
That works for me too. I'm flexible with that.
So Carol, then it looks like we'll get it out tomorrow. We'll get that final date from Jeff and Mike, and then we'll see if that Monday or Wednesday works. And if not, we can shoot for another time. There's nothing magical about that week other than once August 1st hits, it gets really, really busy. So
Right, and Wednesdays, Mr. Shea always has a fire meeting.
No, that's right. Fire drill. Yep.
And I know he always says he can miss it, but if we can avoid it, I think we're better off. So maybe you look at Monday and see. And then we'll have to pick up on something to appoint a new board member. So we can do that tomorrow too, after Mr. Gregory's back and sleeps tonight. Okay, well,
I'll be in.
everybody. Okay, any further business? Okay, thank you, everybody. And may I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second,
Second.
discussion? Roll call.
All right, Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Magich,
Yes.
Mr. Zavisky,
Yes.
and Mrs. Molnar.
Yes. And
All
Mr.
right.
Mr. Shake's hands up, so we're okay.
Oh, he's blank, so that's okay. That's cool.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay. Heather, have a great one.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, guys. Have a good evening.
Heather, I'll be reaching out, Heather, before you leave.
Sounds